History would tell us that confrontation is usually what happens, not cooperation, when you deal with serious, contentious issues. And last year, we did take on some serious, potentially contentious issues with respect to ethics reform, elections reform, campaign finance reform, pension reform, and education transformation. But instead of contention and instead of confrontation, we wound up with a historic amount of cooperation, passing vastly most of the agenda that we had laid out. There are hundreds of issues that arise, obviously, during a legislative session. Fortunately, there are fewer issues that arose last year than typically arise, and hopefully there will be fewer issues arising this year. More bills, more regulation is not necessarily better government. But while there are lots of things we could choose from and lots of things we have to do, because it's our job, it's our constitutional obligation, or circumstances sort of impose issues upon us, there are other issues that we reach out to choose to have an influence on, and that's what Speaker Weatherford and I would like to talk about today. We have traveled thousands of miles together across Florida in the last 3 years, and his taste in music is slightly different than mine. It turns out Speaker Weatherford is not only the youngest Speaker of the House of Representatives of any legislature in the United States, but with my birthday last week, I now am twice as old as Speaker Weatherford. But as I pointed out to him when he kindly gave me a birthday present, this won't last. If you really look at this, you'll find out that when I'm 90, I will no longer be twice as old as him. And so I think the age gap is going to begin shrinking, and at some point in the mathematical future, the paths actually cross, and I become younger. Now, sadly, because of term limits, I won't be here at that time, but nonetheless, we find ourselves liking each other, enjoying each other's company, and working together on those issues where we can find common ground between the House and the Senate.